Hey guys, it's me, Mr. Antenna, here for TV time. Oh shit. Ah! It's not TV time, it's paint time now. Sans is coming for me. Ah! Terrifying. Truly glorious. Hello. We're battling the TV. Yes, it is time to kill my TV with a battering ram. If you know that reference, you are legally slime. How we doing? Hello, Caspian and Dime. How we doing today? It's back. I'm back. I'm alive. I'm here. It's go time. We're doing the thing again. Oh. It's a rave. It's a rave is what's happening. Also, you know what? I'm going to do it right now because I keep forgetting. I'm going to the channel points and I'm enabling something again. Don't worry about it. And don't look at it either. You don't need to look and see what I've re-enabled. Oh. I've done nothing. All right, hopefully that activates. No! Ah! Ooh. There you go. That's it now. This might be a hot take, but I tried a Burger King burger for the first time today, and low-key, it's shit. Nice. Yeah, I don't really like Burger King. I don't eat there very much. I haven't eaten. The last time I ate at Burger King was because it was the only thing that was open at 11:30 at night. Because I had just gotten done with the theater like tech rehearsal thing and I was really hungry and I was like, I want Burger King. And so I went and I got some of the chicken nuggies and they were low-key ass. Yeah. So I'm for my burger. No! That sucks. I'm sorry. I hate when burger not taste how burger want it to be. Just to fulfill your stomach and not make it taste good. And I never got your drink. Damn. That sucks. Dude, I also had an embarrassing moment where I tried to go to Burger King for a milkshake because there's one like right by my house. I was like, oh, this would be easy. And I do like their milkshakes. They're not too bad. And I go there and they're like, oh, the milkshake thing is broken. And it's like, God damn it. And at that point, you're like in the drive-thru, so you can't turn around or anything. And a car had come in, and so I'm like, I can't get out of here. And so I just like drove past the window, and I'm like, I hope they didn't think that I was here for some. I don't know. So I just left. Burger King. Anyways, enough clowning around. It's time to head in to the valley. Yeah, we're playing Stardew Valley today because I haven't played Stardew Valley in a very long time. Encoding overloaded? What do you mean? There should be nothing of the sort happening. No, that's real? What's real? What is real? I forgot forgot everything of what I said. Here we go. Please. OBS, please. Please. Yes! It's working! It's been so long. I always get the itch to play every now and then. And I'm like, you know what? We're doing it. We're doing it now. So, as with all things, and a lot of the times, I like to use my dice to decide things. So I'm getting a couple dice out just for this. Not for the whole thing, not for all of it, but just for like a couple of the things because I'm indecisive. And I think it's funny. So, dice have been almost obtained. Hold on, we working on it. How's audio? Is it too loud, too quiet? Too much me, not enough of me? What's the hey, what's the haps? Just let me know. Okay, so, first things first, name. My name is, jeez, farm name. I'm quieter than the game. Fuck, I hate it when that happens. How's that? Is that a little bit better? Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. I don't want to be too... I don't want to make everything too loud, but yeah. A lot better. Good. Jeez. We need to come up with a farm name, guys. So... Hi, Faye. How's it going? We're Stardewing our valley. Today. It's farm name. Thinking in my head of some funny references to do. My brain has stopped working, guys, and I'm not quite sure why. Sorry, I just looked over and I saw my little guy just go and it made me laugh. Gouda farm? That's not like a bad thing, is it? Oh, it's a cheese. It's a type of... Never mind. Guys, I'm fired. Oh my god, what's wrong with me? I think I deserve to be fired. I didn't recognize that Gouda was a cheese. That's okay. My favorite thing. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Cannibalism. Favorite thing. No, I forgot to capitalize the C. Favorite thing. And the funny pun. So, how many different animals? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 10 aminals. So, this is our first die roll of the character creation process. We're going to roll a d10 to find out which animal we prefer, because obviously that's the only way to decide what animal we like. That's a 10. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got this dog. We got the dog. All right. So next thing, we're gonna do a d4 for gender. A 1 or a 2 is the one on the left, and the 3 and the 4 is the one on the right. That's a 3. We are the one on the right. No Kibby? I'm sorry. No Kibby, we got a dog. How about this, chat? I am susceptible to bribes. Am I allowed to say? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay. Can you imagine what kind of bribes? Burger King. Nah. If y'all really want a cat, we can do just a cat. Chat. Well, okay. Well, you know, for the pet, we'll do a poll. We'll do a poll really fast. There's not gonna be many people voting, but that's okay. Aminal, cat, dog. I'm allowing you to rig the votes. you can rig the votes. No. It's fine. I think it's funny if we do a poll. You can rig the vote. Democracy. In the meantime, while that's going, I'm just gonna go white. Because I am white. And there's no reason not to be white. You know what I mean? Because, yeah. Thank you for the water. I forgot the water. Hair, we're gonna try and go for, like, we are gonna try and make me as much as possible. There's a lot of hairs to choose from. This is just gonna be me going through hairs. Oh, what's this one? Kinda. Chat, remember 58 as a potential. All right, cat wins. Good job, team. We did it. So I'll roll a d5, a d10, and then we'll round down. we'll like half it. So 6, that's 3. So 1, 2, 3. We're going that cap. All right. Remember 58 as a potential. 49, somewhat. Maybe. Yeah, this is why we gotta be careful, because sometimes they're just braids, and that's no problem with braids. But I don't have braids in my hair. I simply do not. Was 49 not Liberty Spring? Hold on, I'll go to 48. Let's see. Whoopsies. Change the shirt by accident. It looks like a mullet. I do also like, I think I'm gonna go with this one. This one's pretty good. So here's the funny one. Shirt. There are 112 shirt options. So we're gonna roll a D100. Because I think that's funnier to do that. So I'll roll that. Okay, that's a 3. Oh God. All right, interesting. There's 4 options here. I went too fast. Oh, my bad. We'll roll a D4 for this. 4. All right. This is interesting. This is very, very interesting. All right. Just because I'm curious, I'll roll a D20 for accents. 8. So... earring, I don't really like that. So that's kind of silly. Accents just are kind of like other things that you can throw on. Oh, accessories. Never mind. I'm a. Yeah, that makes more sense. That makes more sense. Yeah. All right. Once again, for the slider, for all of the sliders, I'm gonna roll a D100. So 32. Fucking accents. 53. And then 17. This has made my eyes black. Hold on. Let's get a higher number. 60. Whoop. All right. Bright, piercing green eyes. Hair color. Let's see how this one goes. 29. Oh boy, guys, this is already wild. 70, the 75. Okay, we were basically right on that one already. 33. Okay, not too bad. Moldy cheese. All right, now for the pants color. 99. Holy shit. All right. Uh, 89. All right, we're going very red on the skirt there. 28. All right, guys, this is what the dice gave us. How do we feel about this? And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different farms to choose from. So the fated D8. To see what farm we get. Please give me a good one. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we can do Hilltop. That's fun. Whoa. And then I could do normal or I could do remixed. I'm gonna go remixed. I think that's interesting. My rewards, I'll keep that the same. Normal profit margin. Yeah. And we're not skipping the intro. Guys, this is literally like this is an accurate version. This is an accurate version of me. So hope you like it, guys. Let's go. I'm excited. Grandpeepa! No! Guys, have you seen all of the mods that can't for the fucking I'll get into that. I'll get into that after this.
I should have the sealed envelope.
Thank you.
No, don't open it yet. Have patience. Now listen close. There will come a day when you feel crushed by the burden of modern life. And your bright spirit will fade before a growing emptiness.
Damn, thanks, Grandpa.
When that happens, my dear, you'll be ready for this gift. Now let Grandpa rest.
Bro, I want to have a sword over I want his fireplace, and I want a sword over that shit. That sounds awesome. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna be so real. I've never trusted this man right here. I've never trusted that man. That guy's dead over here. You can just barely see it. But this guy, I don't trust him. I don't like the way he's licking his lips. Yeah, not even a mattress on that, dude. No, there's so many there's so many mods out there on Nexus mods where they just take that opening cutscene of Grandpa and fucking meme on it. It's great. There's one where they turned Grandpa into the bed. I love it. Oh yeah, I'm doing it for real. What do you mean? What do you mean I'm doing the whole thing for real? What is that supposed to mean? Of course I'm doing it for real.
Dear jeez, if you're reading this, you must be in dire need of a change. The same thing happened to me long ago. I lost sight of what mattered most in life. Real connections with other people and nature.
I'm not skipping the intro like an alpha. I'm a Sigma.
So I dropped everything and moved to a place I truly belong. I've enclosed the deeds of that place, my pride and joy, Gouda Farm. It's located in Stardew Valley on the southern coast. It's the perfect place to start your new life. This is my most precious gift of all, and now it's yours. I know you'll honor the family name, my dear. Good luck. Love, Grandpeepa. P.S. If Lewis is still alive, say hi to the old guy for me, will ya? He's 95 years old.
Dude, this game is just making me excited for Haunted Chocolatier. I don't know when that's coming out. I know it's in development. But man, I really want to play that game when it comes out. When you finally realize the error of your ways, it'll be too late. What do you mean? Dude, what the fuck is your problem? We want whimsy here on the Bush Cheese stream. We like a little bit of whimsy and in our lives, dude. Fuck. Shit. I'm gonna drink some water now. Fuck. Hello. You must be Cheese. I'm Robin, the local carpenter. Mayor Lewis sent me here to fetch you and show you the way to your new home. He's there right now tidying things up for your arrival. The farm's right over here, if you'll follow me. Thank you! This is Gouda Farm. Let's go. Ah! What's the matter? Sure, it's a bit overgrown, but there's some good soil underneath that mess. With a little dedication, you'll have it cleaned up in no time. And here we are, your new home. You're lurking, but you'll know. What do you mean you'll know? You don't know shit. Enjoy marble rivals. I see everything. Ah, the new farmer. Welcome, I'm Lewis, mayor of Pelican Town. You know, everyone's been asking about you. It's not every day that someone new moves in. It's quite a big deal. So, you're moving into your grandfather's old cottage. It's a good house, very rustic. Rustic, that's one way to put it. Crusty might be a little more apt, though. Rude! He gets so angry. Don't listen to her, Cheese. She's just trying to make you dissatisfied so that you buy one of her house upgrades. Oh! Anyway, you must be tired from the long journey. You should get some rest. Tomorrow, you ought to explore the town a bit and introduce yourself. The townspeople would appreciate that. Dude. Oh, I almost forgot. If you have anything to sell, just place it in this box here. I'll come by during the night to collect it. Well, good luck. Dude, I remember the first time I played this game, I think I didn't finish the talk to everyone quest for like an entire like season. Like, cause you start in spring, like I don't think I finished that till summer. It was it was rough, man. I'm very introverted, even in video games. 15 parm. What a lovely day. I love it. I love it. It's so good. Bonk, 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 bonk. Eventually, I'll hit the thing. All right. So the plan for this farm is, so first things first, there we go. So the idea for this, right, is that I really want to have more things that I do, like more than just like, I feel like a lot of times I'm like, oh, I'll play this game for the first time, or I'll play this game for the first time. And I don't actually make things into like series and stuff. And so what I want to try and do going forward is have a lot more games where I just like, I have it as an ongoing thing. And so this is kind of gonna be the start, I think, of my first like big push towards that. And as we go along, I think what could also be fun is eventually adding in the unlimited players mod. That way I can have other people join in every now and then. You know, if people are around and want to just mess around in the valley, they can come on in and come on over. So for today, this is just kind of like getting the farm all set up and getting everything going. So it's gonna be only me this go around, but who knows, in the future, we might be seeing some other people hopping in, which I think would be fun. There we go. So yes, this is kind of day one. We're just kind of doing the thing, starting us off. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. And yeah. Alright, let's see here. Ah, yes, there's the bookseller now, and there's more things. Nothing was it for today. People! Hello, I'm Gus, chef and owner of the Star Drop Saloon. I'm getting some supplies to the saloon. Pierre's got the good stuff. Nice. Good to know. Ah, Mayor Lewis told me you just arrived. I'm Marty. So livestock and animal care products on my ranch. You should swing by sometime. And that's me, Pierre. Ms. G is the new farmer. I'm Pierre, owner of the local general store. If you're looking for seeds, my shop is the place to go. I'll also buy produce from you at a good price. Little agriculture could really inject new life into the local economy. Yes. So of course you gotta spend money to make money. I'm really just getting supplies right now, so it shouldn't be too much bad for ad break, but I'll take a quick pause to check my Discord. Dum da dum. Alright. Click. Let me back in. Okay. So we're gonna get some beans and 2 cauliflower. Lurk BRB sounds all good. Abigail, you're not in your room. Let me talk to you. That's right. I heard someone new was moving on to the little farm. That's kind of a shame, really. I always enjoyed exploring those overgrown fields by myself. Gee, that's literally my house. You're not allowed over there. Stay out. And just like that, I'm flat broke. I dig through the trash. Pine cone. Girl, huh? I think we're going to get along great. I'm Alex. I'll see you around. Alright, bye, Alex. Good to meet ya. And let's talk to George. Is everything have to meet all these new people, huh? Name is George, by the way. Now buzz off. Thanks, George. Well, hello and welcome to our little community, dearie. You can call me Granny if you like. Okay. Bye. So this is how I already talked to the man. Dig through his trash can. As is customary. Hello, I'm Penny. Thanks. Oh, Leo. Oh, it's nice to meet you. You picked a good time to move here. The spring is lovely. You did not introduce me to your name, but that's okay because I already know it. Sam. Hey, I'm Sam. Good to meet you. Thank you. It's good to meet you too. Oh shit, it's the goat. Pam. It's Pam. Let's go. We love Pam. I just find it so interesting that this character just can't talk to her. Like, you can't meet her. Shane is hard at work, but that still counts as meeting the man. Wait, where's... You know what I'm just noticing? Because I don't usually come into Joja Mart ever. Why is there no ILA? B, C, D, E, F. There's no G either. Why is there no A or G? What's up with that? Hi, Morris. I don't like you. Goodbye. Yeah, I'm just now noticing that there was no A or G. Oh well, moving on. Let's go talk to the incel. Hello, Clint. I sat in your chair. There's nothing you can fucking do about it. Goodbye. Then we can go up here. This is embarrassing, but the previous curator made off with the entire collection. We don't have any artifacts to display, but I'm hoping to remedy that soon. Hey, if you find any artifacts or minerals out there, would you let me know? Yes. I like Gunther. Even though you can't really, like, talk to him, I do like him. He's cool. Alright, what we got on the beach? A mussel. And carotes. Right, yes. That is the wild seeds that you can find. There's still things that, like, because there's quite a bit of things that's been added since, like, I really, like, dug into the game last, so except about that. Even exactly how I imagined, that's okay, I'm chilly. Okay, well that's like, that's rude. Like, am I crazy? That's a little bit mean to say, Jody. I do like you though, so like, I'm cool with it, but like, I'm just saying, that's like a little bit of a rude thing to say. It's a quiet little town, so it's very exciting when someone new moves in. If I'm around, could really change things. I'm Carolyn! Met my daughter Abigail. She's a pale one with purple hair. Dude, does she have purple hair and pronouns? Hi, it's Harvey! It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Harvey, the local doctor. I perform regular checkups and medical procedures for all the residents of Pelican Town. Rewarding work. Hope you'll find your own work equally rewarding in time. I will. Alright. We back? Welcome back. We've just walked around, met a couple people, and yeah, that's about it. I am broke again now. I have bought some beans, starters, and cauliflower seeds. But aside from that, I have no money. I have $40, and that is it. Uh-oh! I feel like this game would be like a million times harder if you had to like eat. Like in Minecraft, I gotta eat food. But luckily you don't. You can just starve for years on end. If you so choose to. There we go. Okay. Our little farm has been created. Yay! Good news. We can finally be bees. Let's clear a little bit of a path down to the river. That way I don't get lost. But yeah, what was I talking about? I wasn't talking about this, but I might as well. In continuation with the idea of series, I'm potentially thinking of doing, fully streaming out Pokemon Legends EA when that comes out in a week. So, still tossing that around in my head as an idea, but I think that could be fun to do as well. I'm thinking about also bringing back another classic stream that I used to do, honestly, before a lot of shit. So like, I won't reveal that one quite yet because there's quite a big story attached to it. But like, there is another game that I do want to play again that I really haven't streamed in genuinely over 2 years. So yeah, I think that could be fun. But for right now, we Stardew Valley it out. Be good. It's nighttime, it's bedtime, we go to bed now. Yay! We made $120 for selling flowers. Guys, this whole farm thing is actually really, really easy. Why does I might turn my voice activate. Hold on. I'm gonna turn my testing. Okay. That should be more better. Okay, whoopsies. Picked up a thing. Didn't mean to. Okay. It's a new day. Willie would like to talk to me. Yes. Who watered the pet bowl? I don't even have a pet yet. I don't have a spouse to do that for me. Who put water in there? Teed. I'm so confused. There's a ghost. Aw, you did it, Caspi? Aw, thanks. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I don't have an animal yet, so no one... I mean, I guess if someone wants to drink from it now, they can, but... Yes! Yes! We got the chicken statue! This is a good day. This is a good fucking day, guys. Let's go. Alright. So... goals for this day. We're gonna go get our fishing rod. We're gonna turn in the chicken statue. And maybe do a little bit more yard work. Not too difficult of a day. And there's a quest on the quest board. Need a bream for a new appetizer. I forget where you get bream. So I'll accept it, but I probably won't end up finishing it because I forget easily. I already talked to you, yeah? Good to talk to you, Shane. Always glad to have a nice conversation with you. Oh, we can't get the ice cream until summer. Oh, here we go. Abysmal. Not a single piece in the entire collection. What's this? You found something? Let me see it. Remarkable. It's very old. I'd love to study this in greater detail, but it is yours. I've got a favor to ask you. Would you consider donating any new artifacts or materials that you find? We could make a groundbreaking discovery together. Oh, and who knows? If you keep donating, I might come across some interesting items to send your way. Think about it, will you? If you decide to donate, just bring the objects to the front desk. Okay. Imagine I just don't do that. I'm like, nah. I don't want to. Nah, I'll do it. Let's put chicken right there. Yay! Money! See, I told you it was worth it. They gave us... Imagine being gifted $200 because you found a McDonald's chicken toy. And they put it in a museum. That'd be pretty funny, I would think. Ahoy there, miss. Heard there was a newcomer in town. Good to finally meet you. I'm still trying to unwind from a month out on the salty seas. It was a big haul. I've sold a lot of good fish. Finally saved enough to buy me a new rod. Yeah, I want you to have my old fishing rod. It's important to me that the art of fishing stays alive. And hey, maybe you'll buy something from the shop once in a while. Yay! Sorry, I needed water. We see the bamboo pole! There's good water here in the valley. All kinds of fish. Oh yeah, my shop's back open now. So come by if you need supplies. I'll also buy anything you catch. If it smells, it sells. That's what my old papa used to say anyway. Yeah. I like how it screams at me when I tab out of the game. It's like OBS is just like, what are you doing? Everything's burning. And I'm like, calm down. You're fine. You can handle it. You'll be okay. And OBS is like, we're not. Turn down the video. And I'm like, bro, it's pixel art. You're fine. No. We love OBS. Fish, 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 yes! I always forget how tough it is early on to fish. Get in the green! Anchovy. No. I don't want to eat it. Also, really quick, I'm gonna do this. This way, so, little trick. The scythe uses no energy along with the sword when you swing it, whereas the axe, or the pickaxe, or the hoe, or the watering can, those all use energy anytime you activate it. So, it's usually pretty good to have your scythe in your first hand slot, or whatever slot you default to. And then once you get a sword, it's usually pretty good to just keep the sword in slot 1 as your default thing, just so you don't accidentally use up energy, especially early on when you have so little. It's kind of nice to save as much as you possibly can. So yeah, that's the method to that madness. Holy shit! I already got a silver. Silver the sardine, the hedgehog. But yeah, so we need to catch a bream, which I'm pretty sure is a river fish. And it might be a night river fish, if I'm not mistaken. Because I want to say the bream is part of the fishing bundle. At least the non-remixed fishing bundle. Specifically the river one. I know way too much about this game. Sunfish. Wow. We can fish in the sun. Hey chat, welcome back to my fishing channel, where today we are going to be doing nothing but fishing. I hope you enjoyed the fish and the fishing of the fish. Cause that's it. That's what we're doing. 5 hours of fishing in Stardew Valley. Sure, hope you enjoy. Hi, Lewis. Bye, Lewis. That's locked. Who have I not met? Who have I not met? Okay, I've met 20 people. I've met most of the people. That's pretty good for me. I'm proud of myself. And there's Haley. Oh, you're the new farmer girl, whatever, aren't you? Huh? Oh, I'm Haley. If it weren't for those horrendous clothes, you might actually be pretty. Actually, never mind. Fuck. Haley, you don't understand. The dice chose my clothes, not me. You need to be nice to me, dude. Fuck. I'm gonna cry, chat. I'm actively crying, in fact. Hey, Demetrius. I'm gonna be so real. I'm not the biggest Demetrius guy. Yeah, I'm just not. Leak. Linus. Linus, I'm coming. Linus, I'm coming, Pookie. My Pookie, my Linus Pookie bear. You're all alone. Linus. Also, really quick, I'm gonna try and... Eventually, I'll figure out the best way to do games in this setup. We'll stick with this for now. Though hopefully you can see more of my screen because the energy was being cut off, and so was like the time and the gold and stuff. So we'll try this, but eventually I'll figure out how to best deal with the weird aspect ratio of this of what I have done with this screen. All right, let's get these trees out of here, cause I don't want them. I don't want these stinking trees in the way, dude. Fuck, get them out of here. And I also need to sell a bunch of fish for the money, cause I like money. Might be able to get that tree out of here too. I got 3 looks, and that's it. Homeless boy, homeless man, 12-year-old boy, and a hooker. So 1 leek, but then I also want to keep the leek in here, because George likes leeks, and so George loves leeks. I do remember that. So if I can keep leeks in the spring, I can give it to him during other days, such as his birthday, which is not in the spring, I don't believe. So that would be nice to do. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Weeb up. What do I want to do with the rest of the day? Because it's only 4 p.m. I don't know. There's many things I could do. Where's my music at? There we go. Fuck. Oh, there's Emily. Can read on your face. You're going to love it here in Pelican Town. If you're ever looking for something to do in this evening, stop around the saloon. That's where I work. Hi, Emily. I've already met all of you. I'm gonna be so real. every time I see Robin from like the back view, I think she's wearing a cowboy hat. Like, I know it's a bun, but it does kind of remind me of a cowboy hat. Which, yeah. Uh-oh, Abigail's not in a good mood. I'm sorry. Who have I not met? Let's see. Let's look at our social menu. Who do I still need to meet? Child, Elliot, Maru, Sebastian, the Wizard. Okay. So I don't know when I would be able to see them. I could check the library for Jazz, because I know they have class with Penny. But do they get done by this point? I forget. Yeah, they should be done by now. I don't know where, because Maru works at the doctor's office. I don't know when she gets off on Tuesday the 2nd. I don't have every member of Pelican. I don't have all of their freaking routines memorized, which is There's the child! Come back! I need to introduce myself. Oh, so hi, Penny. I need to introduce myself to you. Fuck! They locked me out of the house. No. Oh, shoot. I forgot about this. Hopefully I can make my way back out. Oh, right. I forgot. I just get a shit ton of ore in the mountain area. Let's get some frickin' ore up in here, dude. Got a geode. I love geodes. I still have, true story. So when I was younger, one of the times, my family went on vacation to Colorado. It was fun. I'm starting to feel exhausted. It's time to go to bed. I think it was Colorado. It might not even have been in Colorado. It just was somewhere. There was like in Colorado, I think. There was like a store. There was a geode opening like thing where you could basically pick from a large barrel of rocks, and spend money, and you could break open a geode. And so I did. Did I see a giraffe? Not in Colorado. Like I've seen giraffes before, but like not. Is that like a thing for Colorado? Like giraffes? Do I just not know something? I don't know. But yeah. So open a geode. Still have that geode. The one I opened, kind of crazy. Vine reference? Wait, what? What Vine was being? Oh my god! Oh my god, I forgot about that video. How could I forget about that video, dude? Oh, that's so old internet, dude. That's so old internet. Everyone say Colorado. I'm a giraffe. Oh my god, I forgot about that one. Fuck, how could I No, guys, time is passing, and that isn't as topical anymore, and I'm forgetting my Vine references. No! Everyone say Colorado. Damn, dude, I'm a fraud. I'm a fraud, guys. Fuck. No! That's it. I'm too old. Fucking put me in the grave, dude. Hi there. Good morning. It's the incel. Excuse me. And also, you've been breaking some rocks and finding ore. That's good. If you want to get the most of the ores you find, you'll need a furnace. So happens I had an extra set of blueprints lying around. Here, I want you to have them. Thank you. Thank you so much. The furnace allows you to smelt metal bars. Bars can be used for crafting, construction, and tool upgrades. When you smelted a few copper bars, consider having me upgrade one of your tools. It can make your work a lot easier. Well, okay, I'm heading home. Take it easy. Thanks. Pierre's trying to upsell me. Fuck. I actually don't think that's upselling. But anyways, fuck. He's trying to get me to buy things, and I don't want to buy things, even though it'd be buying things from a store, which is what you do in stores. But I just don't want to do that. I just don't want to. It's not nice. It's not nice to do that. Yeah, usually you don't get a furnace for a while, because I'm pretty sure you get it when you start opening, ore deposits, which I just get early because it's a mountain farm. So that's one of the advantages of having a mountain farm is you get to get the geode furnace place open sooner. So yeah. Bong, 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 bong. Why are we headbanging? Why are you banging our heads? What happened? Oh, it is an ad progress. My bad. Yes, I've got some new ideas to sleep on already. This is good. That's good. So let's see. Yeah, I forgot about this menu. I don't know why that rock does that, but if you click it, you get the rock noise. So that's fun. Anyways, let's carry on with our adventure. I'm not sure what I'm doing, but I will do it with much gusto. Rusty spur. Let's go. You gotta turn that into Gunther. So I still need to meet Maru and Jazz and Sebastian. And who else do I need? And Elliot. So the hardest people to find. Yes, that makes sense. Let's go turn this in first, and then we can go try and track down those people. I've got to find them. Oh, hello, Penny. Girl just needed a quiet moment, and we can respect that. Fun fact, my first ever person that I romanced in Stardew Valley was Penny. Yeah. I was highly influenced by a YouTube video that I had seen on Stardew Valley. And they talked about how they like Penny, and so I was like, yeah, sure, I'll give Penny a shot, and I do like Penny. So yeah. Salt and faded. Put up in mana. Yeah, this is, if I'm not mistaken, this is the Dwarvish, which you can learn by finding the 4 Dwarf Scrolls. And it tells you something. I forget what it says on there, but I know it says something. It's translatable is what I'm trying to say. I never made it far enough into the game to romance anyone. Damn. Let's go. Alright, so let's go try and track down. Let's go try and get Maru and Sebastian, maybe. Because Sebastian might. I know he likes coming outside when it rains. We got a book! Hey, speaking of Sebastian. You just moved in, right? Cool. Of all the places you could live, you chose Pelican Town. Yes, I did. Subby! Subby, we have to cook, Subby! No, Maru. Why are you in your bedroom? I need to talk and meet you. Fuck. Oh, well. My favorite verse until everyone even fucking cried. Let's go. Sorry that you cried, but like I'm also glad you cried because like it's an emotional game and it happens to all of us. So, but yeah, I'm glad you got through it. I'm guessing if you fully cried, I'm assuming true pacifist ending, because yeah, it's so good. It's so fucking good. I love it. I love it so much. Alright, I'm gonna stand on this bridge because hopefully if Elliot shows up, he'll have to walk past me while I fish. Yeah, I want to do genocide at some point, but it sounds terrifying, and also then I have to fight Sans. But who knows? One day we'll fight Sans. I will win. I could do the pacifist Sans fight that got posted a few weeks ago. God, that 10th anniversary Undertale live stream was so good. I watched all of it, and it low-key was beautiful. So for the 10th anniversary, so basically Fangamer hosted an Undertale 10th anniversary charity live stream, and so there were like different goals that kept getting thrown in, like major goals, where if they reached a certain amount of numbers, I believe the first one was Sans. The first goal was Sans fight, and when they met the goal and met Sans, he did a word fight. And I believe they said that you would like see then the next one was like see the battle screen or whatever, and so Sans like enters battle with you and then just like leaves it. And then the third and final one was Sans full fight, and so he does like a pacifist fight with you. But yeah, it was streamed on Twitch, and I watched the VOD of the first day and then watched the second day live, and it was such a fun experience. But yeah, so he basically made a pacifist Sans fight where Sans doesn't actually damage you, and all of his attack patterns are just trying to push you off the screen. And it's really funny and very difficult, and I've tried it a couple times. and then given up like after 2 attempts because it is tough. But someday I will beat that one too. Sorry, it is raining and therefore it is a little dreary. So we're gonna throw on some background music just while it's a rainy day because they don't have music when it's raining. And that makes me sad. I want some background jams. So here is some background jams. Hopefully it isn't too loud. Yeah. Ah, one of my friends is playing Skate. Nice. I was gonna do Skate as a stream, and I might still do that sometime. Maybe I'll get a group of people to do Skate for a stream. That could be kind of funny. Cause I know it's jank as hell. Cause I've played a little bit of it. But yeah, it's funny. I caught a Chad, dude. Fuck, let's go. Let's go, Chad. Yes. Let's go. Soggy newspaper. Bro, who's throwing trash in the river? If you are a person who throws garbage in water, it makes me I feel sad. Like you are a worse person. Don't throw trash in water. Don't do it. It's not good for the water, dude. Hit. Come on. No. Stay. No. Stay on the hook. No. Please. Please. Fuck. Ah. Okay, you know what? I'm just thinking about it. I'm just thinking about because there's a all of the best games have fishing mini games, and I just want to know genuinely, where is the Baldur's Gate 3 fishing mini game? Where's that? The fact that I cannot fish in the world of Faerun is really truly a sadness. Also, I caught a bream. This is good. I can give it to Gus, and he'll love me, and he'll give me money, and he'll probably kiss me or something. Gus, I have something for you. Yes. I love this song. It's so good. Deltarune is so good. God, I think, genuinely, I think the Deltarune streams that I did with the gang, some of my favorite streams I've ever done. It was so good. I like it. I like showing my people I care about things I care about. You know what I mean? Like a game like Deltarune, one that's very influential in my life. Like, I love it, and I want my friends to love it too. So why wouldn't I show it to them? You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean, chat. You understand. You get me. Thought my phone was yelling at me, but it was just reflecting the game. Here we go. Stardew Valley. Fuck! Oh, fuck you, Crow, you piece of shit. Ah. That's so upsetting. No. One of my crops is gone. Fucking birds. I'm gonna kill every single bird. Ever. But hey, at least I got my carrots. Honestly, I would have preferred it if the bird took the carrot. I'm gonna be so real. Cause that's like my parsnip, bro. That's a parsnip. You're not allowed to eat my parsnips. Sad. In one of my other files. So for context, I love this game. I have all of the achievements for this game, every single one. Which is kind of fun because they added like 10 achievements with one of the updates. So I love this game and have all the achievements. And so on one of my files, I have done what is called achieving perfection, where essentially that's where you get 100, quote unquote 100%, where you get all the things that you can possibly get. And on that file is also where I made an empire, because there's something a little bit later on in the game that is called Ginger Island, where it's just basically a island. Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory, but what's so unique about Ginger Island is it counts you can have a Ginger Island farm over there, and it counts as essentially every season. So you can plant anything there, and it will stay there forever, for as long as you want, which is really nice. And so in one of my files, I just really wanted money. In that file, you need money to get a lot of stuff. So I essentially got a fuck ton of ancient fruit and filled the entire Ginger Island farm with ancient fruit. But it doesn't stop there, because it's only a small portion that is the actual farm. And so I did the math, I figured out what I needed, and I proceeded to get all of the things that I needed to build a fuck ton of kegs. Because if you put any fruit in a keg, you get wine. Ancient fruit is the highest yielding crop, and then if you put it in the kegs and let them cook, you can make ancient fruit wine. And so I made a giant farm where you essentially every 7 days go out to the Ginger Island farm and harvest all the ancient fruit and then throw it in all the kegs, and then all the previous and like you have to do 2 passes because it takes 7 days to turn it into that wine. And so you basically have to do 1 pass of collecting the wine, and then a 2nd pass of throwing all the ancient fruit in the kegs, and then you get to sell it all, and you get a lot of fucking money. So I did in fact create an empire where I sold so much wine. It was crazy, dude. Maybe one of these times I'll show it off. Cause I don't think that file has any like doxing information on it. So maybe one day I'll pull that up on stream and give y'all a tour, cause it is one of my finest works. Also, that's Elliot. Get the fuck over here, man. No! Get back here! But yeah, it's one of my crowning achievements. I love that one so much. Because it's so much, genuinely so much fucking money that you get from that. I don't remember the numbers off the top of my head, but no, because I went all in. There's like a online like Stardew Valley like farm planner and stuff that you can use, and I remember going into that one afternoon and like fully marking shit out on like everywhere I can put kegs and the most effective layout to get as many kegs as possible. So yeah. I fucking love that. Let's see. I know sometimes Jazz is over here. Jump a rope. I know this game way too well. Hello, Jazz. Yep, you are struggling to count. It's okay. It happens to the best of us. Okay, Maru is the last person. She is currently on duty in the doctor's office. So if I can hurry to Harvey's clinic, I might be able to catch her. And if not, I will stand outside of the clinic until she shows up, because I want to say hi to her. Because she's the last person I need to say hi to. Alright, just gonna be cutting it close. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Move! Move your ass! Yes! Just moved in. Wow, I've been looking forward to meeting you. You know, with a small town like this, a new face can really alter the community dynamics. It's exciting. I need to get someone a gift. Mario, you're right here. So here, have a daffodil. Yes. Dude, if only that worked in real life, where they would give you money when you make friends with someone. You know? Like, that would be a real incentive to get to know and be friends with people if they just gave you money. I'd still be broke? No! I would be too. I'm really bad at talking to people. And there's a struggle. But oh well. More water. Let's sell this. So I wanna skip ahead. I want some juicy things to happen. So we're going to bed. We're going to bed early today, guys. Cause I want the juice, dude. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about. We got a cat. Also, goddamn it, a crow ate my bean. Is this cat here? Yes, I do. I'm gonna sing outside the entrance to your farm. I think it's a stray, poor little thing. I think it likes this place. Hey, don't you think this farm could use a good cat? Yes, I will adopt the cat. And we shall call the cat, chat, you gonna name the cat. What do you want the cat to be named? I leave this to you guys. A bit of a more cheese names the bit? Hell yeah. I mean, Cheddar is not a bad name. What? Give it to me. Mascarpone. Ooh. A very unique name indeed for my kitty cat. Well, it's a mascarpone. You be a good kibby now, okay? All right, let's go. The mines are open. I've got some new ideas to sleep on. This is good. You spelled it wrong. That's all right. It's all right. It's all right. We got mascarpone. Yeah, that's a weird. That's a weird. We carry on. Carry on, my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are gone. Pierre. Pierre. Open the door, Pierre. Open the door, Pierre! Watching you for walk across campus in the dark. Yeah, I hate that. I hate walking across campus when it's dark, so I am glad I can give you confidence. But it's good to see it. We're playing the Stardew Valley. Yeah, stay safe. Pierre's not gonna be safe when this door fucking opens. I'm telling you what, dude. Fucking open up. Pierre! Pierre! Let me in! Gonna drink some soda. Zoom, 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 super speed. Yes, please do. Listen, and honestly, even if not needed, fucking your next mission is to hit someone with a binder. Beat the shit out of someone. Do it. Do something crazy. It's a thick ass binder, dude. Damn, that's gonna do some damage. Oh, I don't have enough money. Fuck. Ah. Okay, to the mines we go. Wee. Yep, this is just a typical Stardew file. I was seriously considering doing mods. I was gonna do a poll and everything, but I just was like, I'm just gonna start a regular one, and I can maybe, because I don't know if you can add in mods after you create a file, but it would be funny to like. It would be kind of funny to just randomly throw in the Stardew Valley expanded mod. And so, like, just, like, overnight, the fucking... the fucking world just, like, doubles in size. Like, that would be kind of funny. And then we just gaslight people like, what? No, it's always been like this. Yeah. Just randomly throw in the, like... the horses. You know how there's a mod that turns Pam into the horse. Imagine I just put that in there and then you don't know about it until I get a horse. Staria just appears. Hello. Oh, hello. Dude, if you ever see an old man in a cave and he gives you a sword, you know that you're about to go on some crazy shit, dude. You're about to go on a fucking quest, man. I should have left the scythe at home. Oh, well. Shout out to old men with swords. Unless we're talking about the, fuck, what's, It's not Ninja Sex Party. It's Star Bomb. Star Bomb, yeah, it's Star Bomb, I think. The one where they have the song about the old man from Legend of Zelda with the sword. But it's just, the old guy's just trying. Can I share an opinion? I don't know how I feel about the noise that the slime makes when you hit it. I don't know. Because on one hand, I do like it, but on the other hand, I also don't like it. And I can't explain it, but it's weird. No. No, not the ad. All right, we pause. I pause the game. I take this as an opportunity to drown myself in water. Absolutely throw it back. And I'm not talking about my ass. That's a different kind of stream. Wow, look at all these bits. Why are these like... Oh, these are ones that I know. Okay, I know, I get it. Some ones you can know about, but like you can't get, you haven't unlocked yet. I see. Excuse me. Holy shit, 1 star with Gus. Big day. Alright. Are y'all back? I'm assuming y'all are back. But yeah, so the sound that you didn't leave? Wow. Somehow, I stayed. But no, the sound that I can't decide if I like it or not is the slime damage sound. I don't know. There's something about it that like I like, but also I don't like, and I can't place my finger on it if I like it or not. It's confusing. Guys, I'm confused. Anyways, in other news, I gotta start, I gotta listen to the first, episode of Critical Role, because they started back up again recently, and I gotta listen to them. That was pretty fun recently. That happened to me. Guys, I'm on Critical Role. I'm on it. This is my new bit. I just share not real information. Guys, I am Critical Role. First free critical, then re-roll. That's right. It's Critical Role. And they said that. And they said that in the episode. It was great, and everyone cheered. I am Radio Rebel. Fucking Matt Mercer rolled the D20, and he rolled it and it was a 20. I was like, wow, this really was a critical roll. I both love and hate that kind of meme. Cause it's so simple, and I'm like, I shouldn't find it as funny, but I do. Or like the fucking, I remember when the Minecraft movie was coming out, and there were so many memes about just like, we are FNAF. No, you know where I think it stems from, for me personally? It's the fucking CW Flash show. The CW Flash show, where like, in basically every episode, here's essentially every episode, right? I'm gonna spoil that entire show for you with this basic formula. So it opens, and there's a new enemy, and Barry Allen, he thinks he can win, but suddenly he can't, because it turns out he's not fast enough. And then someone on his team will go, no, Barry, you have to run faster. And he's like, oh shit, I just have to run faster. And then he runs faster, and then he wins. And that's every episode. And it went on for like 8 seasons. And I'm not kidding. And I'm legit, I'm not kidding. I can't believe you didn't scream spoilers. Spoilers. He just keeps getting faster, and every episode is just, you need to be faster. He's like, but I can't get faster. And they're like, no, but you can. He's like, oh shit, I can. And then he does. And and I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. The first like couple seasons were low-key kind of were honestly peak. Just go faster. Shit, you're at legit that is like that is 90% of episodes. But like early on, it kind of went hard. Because like the first couple times they do it, it's like, alright, yeah, fine. But then it just keeps happening. And it's like, how many times can Barry go faster? Like, my guy, there's no faster to go. And then there are some times where it's like, Barry, you have to go fast enough to go back in time. He's like, alright. And then he does, and he just goes back. He runs so fast, he goes backwards in time. And it's, dude. The first, like, hold on, I'm gonna take another sip. People argue that only the first 3 seasons are good. I think 1 through 4 are really good. I'm gonna just go faster and not go back in time. Exactly. Well, it's all about intention, and sometimes he wants to go back in time, and other times he doesn't want to go back in time. But no, because season 1 was peak because, you know, it was the first season, so like they could do everything, like everything was new. So they had so many cool ideas and stuff, and there was like a really good mystery and everything. And you got Reverse Flash and shit, and it was awesome. And then season 2 was also pretty damn good, because you got the main villain Zoom, who was actually a pretty fucking. They make him intimidating as fuck in that one. And then in season 3, they're like, all right, now wait for it. Here's another even faster villain. And this time it's the god of speed, and it's like, oh shit, he's a god. Barry, fight him. And then he does. And then season 4, so season 4 is the first season where they didn't have a speedster main villain, which was kind of cool. and he was the thinker, and so his whole thing was like he was constantly like 5 steps ahead of the entire team, and it was pretty good. And there were some good arcs, and then it just kind of started to go downhill from there. The first half of season 5 was pretty good, because you know what was also so peak about that show and that era was they were part of what everyone called the Arrowverse, because it all started with like the Green Arrow show. And so it was, now I'm just talking about this, and this is your problem because you're the ones who chose to listen to my ramblings. So you're gonna sit here and listen to me talk about CW Flash. That's fine. Just the fucking on fire dog. This is fine. Nerd out. This is me. I'm nerding out. So basically they had the Green Arrow show, then they had the Flash, they had Supergirl, and then I think the only other one was the Legends of Tomorrow, which was honestly, hear me out, Legends of Tomorrow was the best CW show, I'm just gonna say. Because that was kind of the only one where they were really serious, like, the first season, and then they were like, guys, we're kind of goofy. Like, I think they had, like, a very, like, self-aware thing of, like, yeah, we're kind of goofy. We're just gonna roll with it. I'm allowing that. Supergirl top 5 queerbait shows. Yeah. And so they leaned into it, and that made it all the better because fucking by like I think it's like season 4 or 5, they're fighting aliens. No, I think like season 4 is where they went like off the deep end. They're like, you know what? Fuck it. We're fighting demons. A bunch of demons have got out from hell, and there's also a time demon, and the time demon is trying to break out of his prison. And to do that, they have to throw like a bunch of people from like other time periods to different time periods to like break the time-space continuum so he can break out of his time jail. And then they're like, and then by the end of the season, they get all of the 5 like magical MacGuffins, and they're like, all right, we have to form a warrior to fight this guy. And so they all imagine the perfect warrior, and then they fuck up and they accidentally create a giant I'm losing it. They make a giant off-brand Tickle Me Elmo and fight a fucking like time demon with a giant fucking Tickle Me Elmo like Megazord, like its ass, like it's it goes so far off the deep end, and it's awesome, and I genuinely love it, and I might have to rewatch that show sometime. But anyways, what made the Arrowverse so cool was they would have yearly like crossover events where like all the shows would come together and all the characters and stuff, and those got wild. Like, cause the first one was pretty tame. It was like, all right, there's aliens, and the aliens are coming to kill us, and so they stopped the aliens, and it was pretty chill. It was pretty chill. It was like, all right, we're just dealing with some aliens, you know, nothing too crazy. Yeah. So that was that was the second crossover, where it was Crisis on Earth X, and this is where I first learned about the concept of Earth X in DC Comics. And essentially, the plot of that one is the Flash's wedding gets interrupted by fucking Nazis from another universe. And not just Nazis, but it gets interrupted by Nazi Green Arrow, Nazi Supergirl, and their universe's Reverse Flash. And I think it's such a crazy it is simultaneously an insane character choice and kind of in line
that fucking the reverse like it's a crazy character to make the reverse Flash the fucking like, oh my god, he literally it's insane. Like he hates the Flash so much that he works with legit Nazis. Like it's actually like genuinely actually insane. Yeah, so they did that. God, that crossover was dude. Yeah, well, because the whole idea of Earth X is Nazis win World War II, and so then when characters like Superman and Supergirl show up, they aren't taught good values, they're taught Nazi shit. So like that's kind of like, that's kind of the thing. Yeah, she is a literal alien. It's yeah. It's a whole thing. But yeah, so anyways, then after the Nazi one, and they then they had their biggest one, which was Crisis on Infinite Earths, which is essentially a storyline where the entire multiverse dies, and they have to reboot the universe. And so they did that, and then it was like they hyped up so much and like so many new shows and like concepts and stuff, and then they go nowhere with it in the following seasons, and the Arrowverse just kind of puttered out. Except for the Flash, which continued for like fucking 4 more seasons, dude. Which is wild. Oh, but yeah, that rant over. I really liked the Arrowverse growing up. Like going through high school and shit. It was a lot of fun. And it was just one of those things where you kind of had to be there for it, you know? Cuz if you go back and watch it, like it's not going to fucking hold up, but like when you were there for it, like it was fucking dope. Cuz like compared to the DCEU, like it was pretty damn good, I will say. I think some of the like crossover stuff that they did was better than the DCEU projects for sure. And now we have the DCU headed by James Gunn, and so all is right with the world. That was another thing I watched recently. I watched Superman recently, and that was really fucking good. I really enjoyed it. And I'm very excited to see where the rest of the projects go. You know what? I'm excited for the Booster Gold. I'm excited. I'm curious about the Booster Gold show. Just because we know so little about it and we know it's so not that far into production yet that like it's still anything could happen. There is a like solid week. I don't know if anyone else got this, but there was a solid week where basically all of my TikTok was just Booster Gold edits, but specifically because everyone was doing fan casts, and there was one that was so like permeated so much that I genuinely agree with, and that is the fan cast of Shane Top as Booster Gold. I genuinely think Shane Top from Smash could do a great Booster Gold. And a lot of the people who actually know about Booster Gold and his comics have said like, yeah, Shane could be a good Booster Gold. I think with James Gunn shows, I think DC will probably overtake Marvel. It's possible. The thing is, right? I'm gonna say something crazy. I think we got too used to Phase 3. Because Marvel was really damn good for a while. during their third phase, Marvel was kind of hitting on like everything. That I think we forget how much of a mixed bag Marvel was before that. Because a lot of the movies in phases 1 and 2 are kind of like, kind of mid, and kind of just like, not, kind of very similar to what we're having right now, where like, some of the things are pretty good, and some of them are like, Thor: The Dark World, for instance. And I think it's always kind of been this way. And we kind of got really overtaken by the hype that Marvel had for like a solid maybe 3 years. Like 2015 and 2018, I think, was like probably peak phase 3. Because they were kind of firing on all cylinders for a while. And then they kind of went back to like the mixed bag that we are at now. And yeah. I genuinely think like Marvel has always kind of been this level of mixed. And so I see a lot of people like since this has been since Endgame, which Endgame was in 2019. Fuck me. Fuck. Of just everyone's constant asking questions like, oh, when's Marvel gonna be good again? Or like, oh, is Marvel finally good again? Like, oh, is Marvel doing this? And it's just like, I mean, they're kind of the way they always have been, you know? And they never really had any good competitors because for so often it was like, well, there's Marvel or the DCEU, and the DCEU kind of puts out mostly just trash. And so, yeah, I think with like a competent like head, and someone who's actually focused on creating a shared universe and like, because I think what James Gunn does so well is I think he like, you can tell he genuinely loves the comics, you know? Oh, yeah. No, I'm not trying to say that, like, I hated phases 1 or 2. You know, like, I genuinely do. There are some really good ones. There's also some not so great ones just in general. And I think, yeah. But no, I say this as a fan of Marvel stuff. And I do agree that, like, because I think that, because it's not just the Disney version of TV shows. Since streaming kind of started becoming the main thing, shows started getting longer but less episodes, and eventually, like, I don't know, they really truly just started like getting rid of so much time. Like, because like on the one hand you're like, yeah, it's only like it's only 6 to 8 episodes, but they are usually like 40-ish minutes long. But even still, it's like, really? We're not gonna have more? But yeah, no, they did 100% lean in very heavy into the streaming stuff, and it did not pay off well for them. Because it's clear they were trying to set things up, because I think what I think they thought was that they were like, all right, we had Endgame where we built up all this stuff, and now that we need to build everything up again, they were trying to rush it. Because they had the first Iron Man movie came out in like what, 2008? They built shit up for like 10 years, you know? And they were very careful about it, and things connected, things flowed, and then you get to post Endgame, and they just were throwing everything out. And you know, it's like early on, I was like, yeah, these are cool, but like, fuck, Like, we got the Black Widow movie in 2020, right? And then we don't see the Red Guardian show up till Thunderbolts in 2025, which, like, yeah, he was like a lesser known character, so I'm not surprised he wasn't like super huge, but like it happened with tons of characters, like fucking Kate Bishop, the new Hawkeye. Last we saw her was in the Hawkeye show in like 2021 or whatever that came out, you know? Fucking the Blade from Moon Knight. Moon Knight in general, we haven't gotten him since the show. We got Wanda in Multiverse of Madness, but it took 5 years for the Agatha show to come out. And I will say, Agatha all along was fucking peak. That came out a year ago. That show was kind of fucking fire. I loved it because they really they leaned into the like witchiness, witch aspect of comics, and it was good. Anyways, but even still, it's still just that like idea of like, fuck, we haven't like what? Ah. I definitely have mixed opinions on the Black Widow movie because I know what they were trying to do, and I also just haven't seen that in a very long time. But I do agree that she should have gotten her own movie for way before when she did. Yeah, and for sure should have come out between the two. I just watered my thing. I kind of a chicken statue. Let's go. What else am I thinking of? But no, because it was also just like we got such a reality shift, and then I feel like a lot of the characters, we didn't get much of like the returning cast, and they put so much out towards trying to like introduce us to the new stuff that like we didn't get old characters, and it was just a tough situation. And it was tough to stay invested when like they were just constantly like, and here's a new thing, and now we're not gonna talk about it again for a very long time. Like the Eternals plot, where like the fucking Celestial bursts out of the ocean, and it doesn't get covered until Brave New World. You know? And I will say, I wasn't a huge fan of Brave New World. I think it had a lot of problems with it, just like as a story. But the Thunderbolts, I really enjoyed Thunderbolts. I think that was a very good step in a good direction. You know, but yeah. So I thought Thunderbolts was really good, and I thought Fantastic Four was. I thought it was. Guys, you're not. Yeah, So I thought the Fantastic Four was pretty. Pretty. But yeah. So Lure the Witch, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it, and thank you for the follow. Hi, how's it going? I hope your stream was good. We're just over here playing some Stardew Valley and talking about nerd stuff. We are nerding out right now. I thought it was pretty fantastic. There we go. Gotcha. You thought I was just gonna leave that off on you, but no. I went there. But yeah, and it's just like, and now their next movie is Doomsday, and it's like, oh, okay. Cool.
Oh, like I'm excited for it, but I'm also just very like, what are we gonna like?
What's happening here? So I'm intrigued. I'm interested. But I feel like I'm more excited about DCU projects as of right now than Marvel, which is weird because I like them both. I remember liking DC stuff a lot more when I was younger. Like probably mostly through Lego games, like the Lego Batman, if I'm being honest. But yeah, like I did like it. But I don't know. Yeah. It's weird. Guys, life is pretty weird. Anyway, Lewis is talking to me about something and I should probably pay attention. Lewis is just like, I don't know what you're talking. What is a marvel? Georgia Corporation has been hounding me to sell them the land so they can turn into a warehouse. Falcon Town could use the money, but there's something stopping me from selling it. Guess old timers like me get attached to rocks in the past. Oh well. If anyone else buys a JoJo membership, I'm just gonna go ahead and sell it. Here we go inside. Spider-Man, yes! Fuck yeah. I applaud that shit. I will say, I have always loved Spider-Man. The fucking Tobey Maguire movies were my shit when I was younger. I did love those. I actually, it took me way too long to watch the Amazing Spider-Man movies. And I remember knowing people who very much did not like the Amazing Spider-Man duology. And so I just kind of adapted their views of it without ever actually watching it myself. And then I watched it for myself. I'm like, okay, these are actually pretty damn good. Like, I like the Amazing Spider-Man movies. They are pretty good. Amazing Spider-Man 2, if they had just done the ending differently, if the ending was a little bit different, Amazing Spider-Man 2 would be remembered a lot more positively, I think. Because, Sony was really trying to push towards, like, a Spider-Man cinematic universe and stuff, and they're really pushing for Sinister Six. And so the ending just felt very, very, very forced to try and do that, and I think that left, I think that's what left a sour taste in people's mouths. But like the rest of the movie, so good, genuinely. What's this? I guess Vincent and Jazz must have been playing in here. This place is even more dilapidated than I remember. Ah, it's an apple! What? What's the matter? Are you ill? I'm fucking tripping balls, Lewis. You saw something? I wouldn't be surprised if this place was full of rats. Fuck! Lewis, there are spirits and ghouls. You're worrying me, Cheese. I'm worrying myself. Many people have told me that. I don't know if it's a compliment anymore. I think we're gonna head home. I need some lunch. Lewis, don't leave me. Lewis, please. Lewis. And then I died. Anyways, how much more to say about James Gunn? Yeah, James. I'm very curious, dude. I've been watching Peacemaker, season 2, and let me tell you, it's pretty good. Lewis, don't leave me. They're talking in moon runes, Lewis. I can't. Dude, this is. Lewis, you don't understand. This is literally, if the Junimo weren't so chill, this would be the start of a horror movie. But yeah, sorry, I was so caught up in Nerdland. Lure the Witch. How was stream? What did you stream? I'm curious. Oh my god, OBS, stop screaming at me when I tab out. It's like encoding overload, I can't handle it. It's like, bro, I'm literally just tabbing out of the game. You're fine. Trash. 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 Okay, what do I need to do today? To do today. What did you do to die today? Okay. I always get so lost sometimes. I'm like, I swear this shirt seemed more blue. It was good. Long service session while on Boy Scout with my boyfriend. Aw, hell yeah. Stardew is very fun with friends, partners, whatever. I get that. I feel that. Yeah. Hi, Haley. So if we're actually related, that's okay. Hi, Penny. Weather do be interesting today. Another funny thing about Peacemaker, because I remember when the new intro words aren't coming to my brain. Yo, I got the river jelly. When the new intro song and like dance came out, so many people were like, "Oh, it's not as good as the first one. It's not as good." And now that we're like 7 episodes in, about to hit the season finale, like people have fully switched their tunes, and I'm like, guys, I fucking loved this intro since the start. What are you guys talking about? But I'm glad people are coming around to it because it is peak. The whole season is peak. I love it. Hi, Abigail. Howdy doing? We're still gonna plug in on later. Uh-oh. Can relate. Sometimes you just push all the fucking homework. These shows aren't long enough. I'm supposed to say Arcane got cut down to only see. Yeah, I've never seen Arcane. I really need to watch Arcane, but I know a lot of people who really like Arcane, and I understand that it should have been longer. Yeah, I don't know what it is with. I think a big problem right now, and I'm not just to full transparency, I ain't getting this from like my own self. This is coming from the mouth of the wise words of Drew Gooden. But just like I feel like shows struggle so much, right? More nowadays than they used to. And like I think part of it is that just like shortening of that, like I feel like I feel like things are so much shorter nowadays. And I don't like it, you know? It makes me sad. But to be more, I'm so sad about that. It was so good, but it was so rushed. Yeah, I hate it when that happens. On the topic of Netflix shows, y'all want to know a show that I got really disappointed by? That I'm not sure I've talked about before. On stream, but I'm gonna talk about it right now because I'm gonna rant, dude. I'm gonna fucking rant. They did the Umbrella Academy so fucking dirty in season 4. You want to talk about losing character depth? Talk about full-on character assassination for like the entire cast of the show. You know, like that show. Like I genuinely loved the Umbrella Academy so much. I remember I watched the first season when it first came out, back in like 2019 or so. 2018, 2019, I don't remember exactly which year. It was 2019. And I loved it because the whole idea, basically the whole plot of it was, it's superhero siblings who have fully, like, who were, as children, like, were superhero celebrities and stuff, but now they're grown up and they all are super fucking dysfunctional because they were adopted, and their adopted father was a terrible person who, yeah, who basically, like, gave them all so much trauma, and they find out that the world is gonna end in a week, and they have to try and work together to stop the apocalypse. And the whole enjoyment of the show was the characters and how they weren't, and how they were all very, very flawed, but they were trying to work together and stuff. And it was so interesting, and the character dynamics were super cool, and the powers were fun, and it was just an overall, it was like very like, wow, good show. And then season 2 came out, and season 3 came out, and both of them, like, season 3 was, why is my field Afton? Wait, is it? Hold on, let me go look. Season 2 was a similar quality. I think I like season 2 the most. Season 3 was not as good as 1 and 2. What do you mean Afton shaped? I can kinda see it. Like a little bit. It's been so long since I saw my son steal the daughter, man behind the slaughter. Anyways, season 3 was not as good as seasons 1, 2, but like it was still really damn good. And then season 4 comes out, and they ruined the time because there's a large element of time travel in the show. And they were pretty consistent with it in seasons 1 through 3. And then you get to season 4, and they've fully thrown it out the window. And it's just another multiverse that makes no sense. And the characters all just don't feel like themselves anymore. And then they have the absolute fucking insane choice. Genuine spoiler alert, I'm going to spoil the ending of Umbrella Academy Season 4 because it pisses me off. No, okay, never mind. I won't spoil it. I will lightly allude to it. But basically, they end it in a way that just, like, gives off, like, a message that I don't think they intended, but it very much just, like, has the implication and kinda, like, it feels like at the end of the show, where a whole bunch of it is them, like, trying to get over their, like, personal trauma and learn to heal and move on as people. It kind of feels like the ending just says, oh, you're sad? Have you considered maybe the world is better if you weren't in it? And it's just kind of like, what the fuck kind of message is that? Of like, oh, you have trauma? Have you considered that maybe you were the problem the whole time? And it's like, what the fuck? Like, you can't do that. And regardless of your intention or not, that's kind of the implication that you get from it if you, like, try and read into the ending in any meaningful way, which people are gonna do that. And it doesn't feel good to watch them legitimately ruin yeah, no, it's like, yeah, legit. It's like, have you considered it's your fault? No, I haven't, actually. I kind of assumed that you would take the route of that it's the abuser's fault and that you can learn to live and grow and move beyond your trauma, and though you can't get rid of it, you can learn to live with it and become a more whole person without them. But no. And it's just kind of like, what the fuck? Like, it and legit ruin characters like so much. And it's like, I put like 6 years into this show, and this is what you end it with? So it just kind of hurts. Gobble of cheese, okay. Hello, awesome chips. That's a pretty awesome name. What's your favorite chips? Well, you tell me your favorite chips while I get high with the wizard on forest juice. I'd like to show you something. I'd like to show you something. It's my manga collection. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Ah! It's the apple. I shall also await, folks. It seems it's an ad break, so I shall wait for a second for ad people to return. Because I would feel bad. But yeah, for those who are still here, Umbrella Academy, just the ending of it just is very sad. And it makes me sad. And one day I want to try and rewrite Umbrella Academy Season 4 to be better. If I'm being real honest with you, I have considered it, you know? Because even just like, it's just, they clearly became so lazy with the timeline of everything. And as I love time travel, and I like time travel shows, and I like shows that deal with time travel because there are so many different ways that you can do it. And even though it gets very confusing, as long as you stick to one set of rules with your time travel, I can accept it, you know? And the thing with Umbrella Academy is they had a set of rules. And they had the butterfly effect and the paradox effect and everything. And that was how they established. And then randomly in Season 4, they're like, oh, well, now actually there's a multiverse. And it's like, no. You can't have a multiverse and a butterfly effect. Those are, in my head, those are mutually exclusive terms. Am I gonna get into the like fucking mechanics of multiverse v butterfly effect in terms of time travel? Should I go into that? Chat, do you want me to get into this? Because I can and I will if you so choose me to. But I also know that it is going into something that not many people are gonna want me to. So yes, go ahead. Okay. We'll get through this cutscene and then we'll get into it. Because I have spent way too long thinking of stuff like this. Anyway, I'm glad your favorite. I'm also a big fan of nacho cheese Doritos. Very different topic. I'm not sure why they've moved to the community center, but you have no reason to fear them. What if I just get scared of things? Wizard, please, I need your forest juice so I can go into the mechanics of shit. And there he goes. I like that little interaction where he just like teleports away and then he just shows up at his door. That's cute. It's funny. I love it. Decipher it. We, the Junimo, are happy to aid you. In return, we ask for gifts of the valley. If you are one with the forest, then you will see the true nature of the scroll. Yay! I like your funny words, Magic Man. Exactly. I'm glad y'all are down for the fucking, like, oh, it's a nice, like, cozy, chill game. We're chilling. Deep sci-fi mechanics. That's my kind of vibe. I don't care what gender you are. Put on the maid outfit. I let the dice determine my character's attributes. So you can thank my T100s for my beautiful character. Anyway, it's time to trip balls. Let's go. I'm gonna be so real with you guys. I've never done drugs. This is, to my knowledge, this is what it's like. You talked about cannibalism in World War II on stream? Fuck yeah. That's awesome. Alright. So, when you are right, so to build upon my credibility, which one is that? That would be my ethos of Ethos Pathos Logos. To build upon my ethos, right? I love time travel shows. I've watched the show Doctor Who since I was in 5th grade. Time travel media in general, I eat that shit up, okay? And there are many schools of thought when you go into time travel that people tend to go down. One of them is one of the quickest examples I can give is the idea of time travel as a closed loop. Where essentially if you go to the past, any actions you take in the past still happened and already happened. It was just always you who did that, and it's just like kind of like a time loop situation. And that's typically the cleanest one because you can basically, it's what they use in that one fantasy universe. Lewis, I'm not doing anything. Literally leave me alone. This is a perfectly good croissant and I'm gonna eat it now. Anyways, in the fantasy series of which the author we do not name, that was that kind of time travel system. So, multiverse. The whole idea of a multiverse is, and obviously, again, there are actually several different ways to interpret a multiverse, but one of the most common ways to interpret a multiverse is the version where your different actions, each action you take branches out and creates a brand new universe or timeline, you know? So if I were to say go back into the past and shoot my grandpa, which is known as the grandfather paradox, where if you go back in time, shoot your grandfather in the head, that creates a paradox because you have killed your grandfather and thus you no longer exist. But if you no longer exist, you couldn't have gone back to shoot your grandpa, so you live, so you do exist, but then you go back in time to kill again. So it's just a constant paradoxical loop where these things cannot happen, right? In a multiverse setting and in a multiverse theory where each action creates a branching timeline, if you were to go back in time and shoot your grandfather, you would not cease to exist. You would simply create a brand new timeline where your grandfather died and you thus never existed. Right? And so we're all in the realm of fiction, so you could either say that when you go back to your future, you no longer exist, or you could say that you could then either hop between to go to a different timeline where suddenly you don't exist anymore in that timeline, but that timeline where you do exist still exists, and in this multiverse theory. Does that make sense? I'm gonna take your silence as a yes and not as chat delay. Max Beyond Time and Space mentioned that grandfather paradox. Yeah, it's one of the most well-known paradoxes. Yes, it does. So the other, so that basically what I'm trying to say is a grandfather paradox would not exist in a multiversal fiction, because if your actions branch off and create new timelines, there is no paradox that can be spawned, because, oh, well, now that's just a different universe where your grandfather was shot by the head by another universe you know? So, the reason this applies to the Umbrella Academy, which is where this topic started, is in Season 3, they do the grandfather paradox. To allude to it as simply as the branch would just grow, another branch would just... Yes, exactly. Yes. That's a great metaphor. Yes. That's a great way to put it. Yes. I'm scattered. So the Umbrella Academy, they do grandfather paradox in Season 3. They name it, they explain it. They go through the whole paradoxical nature of it, and then in Season 4, suddenly it's a multiverse. And they are just able to hop to a different timeline. But the whole problem with Season 3 and the whole main conflict is that the universe is ending because the grandfather paradox happened, and now the universe is collapsing. And now suddenly in Season 4, they're just, like, they literally tried to do another grandfather paradox. And it's like, guys, did you forget your Season 2 script? With the mechanics you have set up, this does not work. So why are you trying to force it? And it's just lazy because, oh my god. Because again, I get very involved in timelines and timeline placements. And in preparation for Season 4, I made a theory. I fully had a theory that ties together, that like, in my mind, tied everything together into like, a timeline that was able to essentially be redone and stuff, and like be like rewritten, but it was still just one timeline that just kept getting, that the future just kept getting rewritten, and you would never have a grandfather paradox because basically it all determined on when you actually went to the future and when you went to the past and stuff. And so because certain characters, because there's a whole like agency called the what are they called? The Commission. They're called the Commission. They are a set of like time travelers who are dead set on making sure that the apocalypse happens in Season 1. What was so interesting about them is they have their headquarters set up in the past. And so, in my mind, I'm like, oh, well, they do that to get to circumvent the grandfather paradox, because if they are operating at a time before, like, so far in the past, then any changes they make to the timeline don't affect them because they aren't from then. So, anyways, just a whole lot of stuff that I put together in my head with theories, and then when I heard their explanation for things, it wasn't. And it didn't make sense. And it made me sad. And it made me feel like I knew their story better than they did. And it's like, really? Like, I shouldn't... Y'all are writing a show for Netflix. Like, how... I'm just a fucking... I'm just like a nobody, like a mini streamer, and I can put it together better than you can. Like I'm just saying. Ugh. I take time travel and stories very seriously. And the second you break your own rules with it, it makes me very sad. Except for Doctor Who. Doctor Who was kind of the only exception because they break their own rules like every episode, but like I don't know. It never hurts my enjoyment because I don't know why Doctor Who gets to do it but other stuff can't. I think it's because since Doctor Who is forced, since the whole point of Doctor Who is the time travel and the stuff, and they've been going for 60 years and stuff, that like when they change things just for the like say, because when they do change it, it's to tell grip it like an interesting story, like narrative and stuff, and so I'm just more open to it. Whereas when like I don't know. I need to examine this in myself, I think. You know what? Because I think what it is Doctor Who just has such lower stakes behind it, and it just has such. I really don't know why I'm okay with it when they constantly. Because I guess they also don't do it like as egregiously. You know, like if they mess a couple things, like little things up, I'm like, all right. But like something like Umbrella Academy, where it's just like so blatant, it's like, ugh, guys, come on, really, what are we doing here? I've also been watching Doctor Who since I was in 5th grade, so I think there's also like a hint of nostalgia to it that lets me gloss over certain things. I hope you enjoyed that. What was that, chat? Was that good for you? Yeah. So that was the other big thing. Gerard Way was the one who was involved with the first 2 seasons, and I think it's Steve Blackman who was the main writer and producer of seasons 3 and 4, and those were when it started to take that dip in quality. Because again, season 3 wasn't too bad. I did enjoy season 3. There were a couple things here and there where I'm like, okay, they could have done this a little bit better, but for the most part, I liked it. And then season 4 just genuinely was. I don't think I've seen a greater example of character assassination than what they did with 5. Because a whole huge part of 5's character was that he was trying to save and protect his siblings and like stop the apocalypse and shit. And then in season 4 he has a moment where oh my god, way to reference Beetlejuice. Oh fuck yeah, thank you so much, I appreciate that. I mean, Umbrella Academy was always a bold departure from the original source material, because for those who don't know, Umbrella Academy was originally a comic series made by Gerard Way, that when he then adapted it for live action show, he changed a fuck ton of things. But it was clear he made those changes to like be better with the narrative and like tell a more like full story. And then Steve Blackman ruined it. And oftentimes I don't like to be so negative like that and be like, oh well, this guy ruined it. But you know what? In this instance, yeah, I'm gonna say it. Steve Blackman ruined it. He really did. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no. In season 1, cause I'm okay with, and honestly, I prefer if you are adapting something. I almost expect changes, you know? Because when you are trying to adapt something for a different medium, you have to be doing it and try and figure out what advantage do I get from this medium over another. It's why when I see people talking about like the Spider-Verse movies, and I see people talking about wanting to do a in-person, like a live-action Spider-Verse remake, I tend to like raise my eyebrow because I'm like, what benefit do you get from going to live action? Because Spider-Verse and the whole, like, so much of the storytelling of Spider-Verse is dependent on the animation. When literally every single different universe Spider-Person is animated in a different way, if you just try and throw that into live action, you lose so much identity of what the story is trying to tell. And I do not think a story like Spider-Verse, I don't think there is a way to do it in live action, because I don't think Spider-Verse is the story of Spider-Verse is suited to the medium of live action. And I don't think there's any real reason to change that, because it wouldn't, the story wouldn't hit as hard as I think it does with the animation that we have, you know? So, yeah. So when you're trying to adapt anything, you have to be thinking, what is the advantages of this medium? You know, what do I get out of pushing it to a TV show versus a movie, live action versus animated? It's actually, you know what? It's a good example would be to go back to our topic of DC, and the DCU, with James Gunn's Creature Commandos versus Peacemaker. Because Peacemaker is a show that is in live action, whereas his show Creature Commandos was fully animated. I think it was very purposeful that they did Creature Commandos in animation, because a lot of what they were trying to portray was the monster characters, and it can be really hard to do monster characters in live action, and to get the like raw displays of them being monstrous would not be as easy to do. I say easy or effective in a live action version. Something like Peacemaker, on the other hand, you get so much from the actors acting in live action. I think John Cena genuinely is a really fucking good actor, and especially after the last couple of episodes that we've had, like, we have seen genuinely just how good of an actor John Cena is and can be. And if they had tried to do it in live action, in animation, they would have lost so much of John Cena's physical acting that the show would not be as good in an animated setting. I don't know how I got here. I don't know where we got to this point, but yeah. I'm just everywhere today. Yeah, so it really is like you kind of gotta pick and choose what ADHD. Yeah, probably. You're probably right. Let it be known, I am not diagnosed with ADHD. That being said, I would not be surprised if I did. Selling my rusty sword. I'm peer. Medically diagnosed? No, but we have here this peer-reviewed study. Damn. All right. I'll take that. I'll take that. That's good. Diagnosed, but everyone is pretty sure. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. That's me. But yeah, no. I'm excited for Beyond the Spider-Verse because Into and Across the Spider-Verse are some of my favorite Spider-Man stories ever told. I fucking love Miles. I love that whole. I love all of it. It's so good. All right. Well, I was gonna check out the community center today, but who cares? I don't. All right. Day 10 of spring. I think with day 10, we've got a hell of a lot of progress so far. I'd say we got to level 20 of the mines. Day 10, we're about ready to start working on community center and stuff. I think now's probably a good start. I think I'm gonna call it here for stream today. Yeah, thank you everyone who was here for this. Thank you for just kind of rolling with my insanity that I put you guys through. This was fun. This was good. I gotta talk about some fun topics. Some fun shit that I enjoy nerding out about and thinking about. But yeah, I will be. I think. I dropped a dice hole. So I think the plan is, and I might try and put this in a schedule, on my Discord. But basically, this weekend is gonna be kind of busy for me, but I think the next time I stream will be me starting Pokemon Legends EA, because I'm thinking about doing that one, and I think it could be a lot of fun to do on stream. So yeah, so that will probably be my next one next week. So make sure y'all are there. Make sure y'all, if you are curious or intrigued by that, to stop by. I've had a real like I've been getting back into Pokemon. It's been a long time since I was really like into it, and like it came back. No Sus Sunday this week? Probably not, unfortunately. At least not from me. But yeah. Oh yeah, a lot of people probably take on. But yeah. No, thank you for the stream. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And for the raid and stuff. Like that was awesome. It was good to see ya in chat and stuff. So yeah. With that, I think I'll turn on that while we close out. I think we're gonna raid our good friend Dirk because he is live right now. Obviously y'all don't have to stay for that, but I like spreading the love around and sending people over to my friends. So yeah, if you want to check out Derp and say hey, feel free to. And yeah, I will see y'all hopefully in the next one. And I'm gonna hit right now before a fucking ad starts, because y'all don't need to see an ad if we're gonna raid. So yeah, bye everyone. Bye bye.